Hi. Holy cow. Calm down, Daddy, please. We submit. Just do it in public. So, the terror trio, vaxes, terrorists, worst case scenarioism, criminal gangs everywhere, all the time, ad nauseum. Collapsing immigration to move only criminal gangs. Really, that's all you're doing. You promised them upgrades, social upgrades when they get to the new lands. Everybody can see they are being entrapped into doing things that are illegal by you, just like Diddy. His whole generation was programmed to push sexual deviance to the limits. Calm down, YouTube. Don't take my content. I'm not even touching that topic on this one, frankly. I'm just going to continue to advocate for proper science, which is clearly vibrational if you look at it from either angle. You could take my argument and try the beneficial approach. You could allow me to set up the economy that I can envision. Or you can just continuously attack. Okay, so I guess we're at the point where we're attacking genetics to what? Rid us of the avenues of viral transmission? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's certainly not about immunity, but then you'd at least have to admit your first theory was flawed. By flagging the immune system, you're only exhausting it. I'm not talking about anything else than that. That's all I'll say on the topic, and we'll move on to the economic catastrophe being enacted ad nauseum by these objects. You're foreign objects, bud. You have decreed yourself lifeless. You have built this all on a worldview that denies the truth. And that is just so problematic. You have been dealt with. Nobody is telling you you have more shots at this. At this point, you do not have more shots at this. Sitting here, watching so much fall into ruin, needlessly neglected, fall into ruin. Why shouldn't the public sector be charged with neglect? Everybody in it. They have failed these people. We watched criminals amongst them cultivate homelessness directly. We watched them then run them through the system and out the back end and give them cushy positions. We're in a standoff, you and the public. No one is going forward until you nab these fucking tyrants. Oh yeah, you want Greenland? Too bad. You're not cutting the world in half. I just don't like this kind of dominant figure dictating the agenda for the entire public. This is just an outdated model. Like, there's nobody reacting to it because it's like 5,000 years out of date. We have disproven the value of it philosophically like 5,000 years ago. And there's no getting around that. How can you think that you're going to manipulate that space by doing the same sad object? And you're just doing it so flagrantly, so obvious. Okay, you collected certain amounts in private entities, just like I can now fucking at least get at an income generator in my bank account. This woman pulled off a feed because the court system was completely crooked. I had no choice but to fight for my own identity. And the result of that fight Hey.
Oh.
What's up?
No, actually, you're working.
Nope. Day off.
Oh. Day off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the story of Gilgamesh? The Epic of Gilgamesh?
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
Do you know it?
Not right now.
You don't know it yet?
Nope. Yep. There's certain ones I didn't bother with.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I did learn pretty much every one of these stories.
Sumerian text.
It's Amelia.
Enkidu and Gilgamesh.
Are you gonna tell me?
No.
Why?
You look it up yourself. It's a long story. It's epic. It's like I don't know. Part of civilization, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to read it if
Like
you
6,000 years ago or something, or like 6,000 years ago. Was it? I don't know. Yeah. There's the Great Courses on Prime. Maybe you have Prime Video.
Can't I get the fucking?
Yeah, look at the Epic of Gilgamesh.
I just want to hear it from you, my neighbor. The main points, please.
Okay, fine. I recently found out there's a little bit more to the story. So there was Gilgamesh, who's got man, like half god, half man. You know, and he had like a beard and like a big tall hat, gold. And he was like a beautiful soul. I think that.
Really?
I don't know how to start. Yeah, and he ruled like everywhere, and he made all this stuff, and people started because he was power hungry, and he had sex with women and this and that.
Wow, they went
Big
after
old
him.
cock. And then there was Enkidu was made by the gods to calm Gilgamesh. And Seductress took Gilgamesh and seduced him and made him refined. And then they became best of friends or something like that. Very bastardized story.
Dang, that's a doozy. That's really an ugly thing. That's just ew. Oh yeah, no.
And then they became like best friends, but the woman always had to seduce him, you know. Fucking women.
Oh,
You're really on the wrong team, Sarah. No.
It just smacks of suppression. Arbitrary. It just smacks of arbitrary suppression.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What's that?
Why?
Well, I just think that the guy just.
Arbitrary suppression by women, yeah.
No, he's taming a benevolent influence that's occurring naturally.
Oh, she tamed him. She tamed the benevolent, the thing that was created by the gods to destroy Gilgamesh.
Exactly. At the end, it happened. I just don't want to get my shit banned again.
Oh, who cares?
I do. It's so fucking draining.
I don't even get it. Like, it doesn't even come across my Facebook. Like, nothing from my friends comes on my Facebook.
I know. You only get one post. You only get one post from friends, and the rest is just mayhem.
What's the point of having friends?
I know.
I don't get anything from them.
But it is what we signed up for, to talk to our friends.
Yeah.
That's what we signed up for.
Well, I signed up for it because everyone from St. Joe's was on Facebook. It was like, oh, that's where you go. That's not right.
What we have there is private digital connection. We can connect with each other privately, digitally, and that is a phenomenon. It's quite interesting.
It is. That is all, right?
It's liberating.
And this whole, quantum stuff now, with Google Quantum.
Quantum is very insecure. That's the only problem.
The quantum computing, you see how it is the Google quantum computing? Did you read about it?
I'm not interested, but you can tell me as a neighbor.
I think I already told you, it borrowed once they got it going, it borrowed quantum energy from other places, universes, or other realms, or other things that were not being used.
Yeah.
And now it's like Google Willow. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. And down the street, there's actually like a willow tree all lit up that looks like the logo of it. So it's kind of cool.
They're after the consciousness of the willows. They are.
But it can be very, very misused.
Yeah, no, they're after the consciousness of the willows. The thing is that in paper,
well, that's where the quantum
paperwork
consciousness comes from, right? Is all weak thought.
It allows Google access to consciousness directly. Yeah, it's stupid.
Quantum consciousness is every thought that is leaked out. And in my vision, I see it as a white, purple light. And to harness that, I don't know if it's really bad to harness it. I think. I think it's bad to harness it.
My ancestors gave me some osteopathy in my dream last night.
You what?
My ancestors gave me osteopathy in my dream last night. It's so nice.
Osteopathy.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Working out my spine.
Your bones, right?
One of the key fundamentals
you
of
know,
medicine,
I-
working out your spine.
What?
One of the key fundamentals of medicine is working out your spine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. That's what my meditations help do. For sure, I can move that cerebral spinal fluid around now.
Good.
Well, not at will, but well, I have to work on it a little bit, so that is at will. But
Holy shit! Back before
I can feel
Daddy
it.
exploded,
I can feel it go.
I used to work the weather pretty good back before Daddy exploded with all this HO. It's just HO. Yeah, it's nuclear byproduct.
What?
It's
What's
nuclear
HO?
byproduct. When they burn the 150 million liters of lake water 3 times a day, and take the oxygen molecule, it leaves a huge amount of HO to distribute, and they just send these planes out full of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what I had to do, would you like to hear my dream last night?
Mm-hmm.
Zero gravity flying.
Yeah, no, it's easy. It's easy. That one is easy.
Well, no, it's not so much. Flying, no, it depends where you are.
No, you need to know the frequency of gravity and how to manage it properly. It's
well, Anyways, I was flying zero gravity. That was kind of cool.
Well, it's
on this planet, I think, rather than on a different one.
These guys are promising they know the code to that, and they're gonna unleash it through a fucking melodrama of bullshit, as always. So
I hope there's no melodrama behind it.
Oh yeah, no.
This is what there can't be melodrama, and
that's why we have
there cannot
to
be
protect
melodrama
the kids.
and need for credit. No need, like, there's no need for credit due where credit is. It just needs to come out, and it can't be capitalized on it there.
Exactly. Don't
But
react.
and if it is, and then it's all, especially if there's any marketing behind it. Right?
Just a little, I guess. Yeah, the only 10 things you see anymore.
What?
The only 10 things you see anymore.
What, marketing? I know.
It's like, we got it.
Marketing straight agenda.
Straight belongs in LGBTQ.
Other agendas, commercialism, the war on want, rather than need. Communism, all these brand names that aren't brand names anymore. Like store brands and this and that, and brands selling half-price stuff because the law, which fucked up batches and this and that. Crap, shit, bullshit, sucking. Like, you can't even buy a beef tongue for under $10 anymore. $30 for a beef tongue. Sarah.
That's gross.
It's really good meat, but it should not cost $30.
Oh, I gotta answer this. Hello?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. My name is Carrie. I'm phoning from the local ministry office down on Pandora.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I have a check that's waiting here for you. You never picked it up. It's for your security deposit back in November.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you.
Yeah. Is it possible you could come in today and get it?
Sure, I can be right over.
Okay. The reason I'm saying that is because we cancel old checks. And so if you don't pick it up today, I got to cancel it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. No, I can be right over.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, excellent. The lineup is a bit big.
Okay.
But when you get there, talk to the security guard. Tell them to ask for Carrie. And I'll just get you to come right up and I'll give it to you, okay?
Carrie?
Yeah, Carrie with a K.
Thank you.
All right?
Yeah. Thanks so much.
Okay, So it's your security deposit for $650. You just got to sign the repayment agreement, and then you're good to go. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. I gotta go. Yeah. No surprise. I'm a word of the government. But that's because we just agreed to that condition on the chill period because we needed to make sure I was safe. I wasn't ever going to drop below a certain level of sustenance, but when I was a kid growing up, the intention of people truly, and I'm not having it attacked out of existence, was to come together on projects, sharing resources, solving these issues so that there was no more need for poverty. We didn't know how to do it at the time, but we were open to the forefront of project. So at this point, like I said, I was so shaken up by everything that happened. Like, you have to understand, there was a battle projected. And when it happened, it did happen. I witnessed it. I was present. It doesn't matter if I was a first-hand participant. I was attacked and had to defend myself and de-escalate. All I ever did was de-escalate. And I knew exactly what they were trying to do. And they really had no choice but to try and get around me. Because at the time when I picked up the phone, they thought they could just take that night's technology and drop it in for everybody and replicate it widely. But I didn't let them because they couldn't ever locate me and line me up digitally. That's why they need Dean, and Dean, because it's got to align with 3 to 5 frequencies. So as much as I want to talk about the specific styles of injury, I'll just start reminding us how to trace this stuff through bloodlines to see the results, the 5 different results of the vaccination journey. What a horrific word. That's truly based in fear, loves. Calm down for a minute. What you're seeing is the common cold and flu, and you've been hypnotized into imagining the worst beyond that. Eesh. I gotta get over there soon. Did you hear that? I didn't read that. I should have read that. Being that it's weekdays. Whoops. Anyway, I have the mispleasure of being forced to deal with the hospitals and prisons that I'm asking you to divorce for the minute, because I witnessed the development of regional, full scripts, the full script regionally, and saw it done furtively in ways that were dictatorial and without evidence of why that should be occurring. And I witnessed it try and attack that process in the process. So as it was going, they were attacking logical reasoning and reducing us to a level where, well, I'm not going to call it an obscene amount of control, because you can't have that equation. You cannot have that equation. It's not a thing. So I better get going for now. And understand, you're just dealing with an appointee system in an attempt to maintain a deficit somewhere in the trillions. And it's just so embarrassing. Wah, feed us, we need more. Oh no, there's more and more debt to cover. What in the fuck are you talking about, US? We've been watching you flounder with China for like 20 years now, economically, on the verge of collapse. The both of you, refusing to reach out for help, refusing to work within the parameters of diversity, refusing to employ people on project and let us move forward with this technological sharing idea we had when we created the United Nations. And then you just, the self-obsession, the level of delusion, the broken worldview at the core of it. These are terrible assumptions. What we're waiting for you now is the fact that you have demanded GenMod. And by at least moving to the bloodstream, we can protect the interstitial fluid. Imposed upon GenMod is what you're continue to fucking execute. And we're just simply saying it's based on the same science, but anti-gravity is not going to become available to you until you give up other practices. You don't just then get to find the gravity vibration and screw with it. You'll get there soon, buddy. You'll get there soon. We get it. It was supposed to be happening by now at one point, ideally. We have fended it off. You don't need to give over your entire soul to this project to get the anti-gravity thing going. It's the same as free medicine. It's as accessible to all. We just have to perfect the logic and reasoning phase and get to the next level of development. If you can't perfect the why, movement that has a resonance, then you got nothing. Like this crap. This is just embarrassing, making people suffer through nothingness. Oh my God. We established the control group simply because you gave us no other option. We're protecting the diversity in the two classes that are being targeted for maiming. Oh, not suggesting it. Calm down, YouTube. You don't need to take my content down. My God. I'm going to Rumble, but I'm getting 5 followers because I don't believe in having to give you my phone number. It makes no sense. You don't need to track me to that level. If there's a problem with a person's fucking stuff and people have reported feeling sustained threat, which is your only fucking basis, you're not going to say social criticism is proof of sustained threat. You're not going to rewrite human rights fucking doctrine to be, all I have to do is be offended. No, you don't. That's fascism. You don't get to be offended and accuse someone of harassment. You got to deal with your level of offense, man. You've got an issue that you're a hot button on, which would make you an ideologist and need you tagged by Facebook and Twitter. Community notes are a simple shared mechanism of tagging dissidents. They flaunt all these little dissonant narratives in front of us, and we're supposed to be like, yeah, no, things are getting accomplished. We can relax and relent and just build the fucking old age homes like our parents did. Watching you do that to them was hideous, and the ones of us that could remain sober enough as it was happening absolutely witnessed you vaccinate that generation into a state of absolute frenzy and decay in right quick. You didn't give them any chance to play. You didn't let them mingle. You just controlled the shit out of them until they did your exact bidding. Get everything vaxxed, is what you said. And we're all standing there going, but why aren't you letting us celebrate the Rife realization? Confirmation of the Christian narrative. Are you fucked? Why do you have to reduce Christians to, I meant with the Ark of the Covenant, Jonah and Sophie, like, why would you reduce us to people who tolerated unscientific bullshit? To ask and receive is a higher process than whatever you're doing. It has nothing to do with mediated response and killing of the human grapevine. Absolute suppression of neighbor to neighbor transmission. Just a total fucking mindfuck. A joke among the cosmos. Nothing more. Again, the limp threat that never comes, and the crystal towers behind it. That's what we did while you were all coming at me. We were reorganizing the crystal timelines. So much of Earth needs protecting from these. I'm not calling you vampires. That'd be too perfect for your asshats. You think that fucking symbol has any resonance? That's what I don't get. We're in perfect balance. Look at this is us. Can you relax? This is us, the humans. That's the humans. And where's they flick you? Bye. Okay? So I'll see you later. Story's out. I get support from my government. They offered it. And they deserved to pay it because I was fucked up after that and still am. I asked for 18 months and I hope not to need much more than that. I'll be transparent. Why not let them pay us back when we can get it? I need that. I need that just to get fucking over that. The only reason I do this, remind myself how to create. I was that traumatized. I was that beat down. I was that altered with the poison, with the gen mod through the vax, with the fucking dirty ass pills. It was disgusting. It was with the repetitive exposure to the trigger points. That's their methodology. 6 months of being repetitively exposed to my trigger points while imprisoned. And without having valid reason to be there because I was never harmful. I was never in a harmful condition. Nobody can say that I was. Certainly not 12 times how conveniently one night when I had evidence that you guys are the same guys that are fucking annihilating Britain right now. You're not. You were trying to fucking make fake rape stories with a certain pact among, well, Native women you tried, and now you're trying British. And find the skeletons. You decided to create the skeletons because you needed to go across all races to achieve that end. Is that an allegation you don't want to have to face? So I get canceled again. I've been getting canceled since I was in college, you guys. It's embarrassing. Stop canceling my ass. That's a next valid question in this conversation, Dad. I hate to leave. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Love you lots.